The economic impact from this pandemic will be felt for years to come. From historic flower shop owners to restaurateurs, this historic period is presenting entrepreneurs with unique challenges and opportunities. Maya Rodriguez shows us how one woman has adapted.
They really are beautiful.
In the midst of a pandemic,
They're really delicate.
even with masks on,
They smell amazing.
it's the sweet smell of success at Little Acre Flowers.
Well, it's been a crazy journey.
We first met owner Toby Whitman a year ago as the pandemic upended her business and she struggled to hold on to 6 employees.
Dipping into the savings that we have to keep people on board.
That was then, and this is now.
We kept everybody on staff. There were no layoffs. We've even added folks in different capacities as the business has changed.
What happened? When the events side of their business, like flowers for weddings, ground to a halt, Toby and her staff decided to throw all their energy into an all-delivery flower service. And it paid off.
I think because our business really is about people connecting through beauty, I think in some weird way COVID has actually supported that.
People looking to connect by ordering flowers for others, and sometimes even for themselves.
I have my personal favorite. There's a woman who writes these amazing messages to herself, actually, congratulating herself on doing a great job this week. She even jokes sometimes, she's like, I noticed you didn't have any wine on Monday. That's one of my favorite lines.
Because of her ability to adapt to the new COVID era, Toby says she decided to not apply for a Paycheck Protection Program loan, figuring the money would be better off with a business that needed it. And grateful hers did not.
The challenging times, it does make you stronger, and it does make you appreciate, when things do work out. And we've been so grateful for that and have really taken solace in that.
And as for the future,
I'm hopeful that there's some staying power with this and that we're all going to get through this ultimately.
In Washington for The Race, I'm Maya Rodriguez.
It's a story of hardship and resilience. I'm Amanda Brandeis in San Diego.
Little Italy is over 100 years old.
And while the buildings grow taller and business is more diverse, this pocket along San Diego's waterfront hasn't lost its roots.
So it's kind of like a mini city.
For Marco Lamandri, reviving the district while preserving its history is personal.
Born in Little Italy in the 1950s, it's one of the last remaining Little Italys left.
Once known as the tuna capital of the world, the industry collapsed in the 1970s. Around the same time, construction of Interstate 5 demolished a third of the immigrant neighborhood, sending it into a 30-year decline.
It's about 48 square blocks in the northwest section of downtown San Diego. It's got a really rich history. But over the last 20 years, it's exploded.
But along with the rest of the world, their comeback was met with a hardship out of their control.
Early March 2020 shutdown. I mean, it was heartbreaking.
It's been hard. It's been really, really hard. Financially, there's no way to express it.
Carlos Anaya is general manager of Davanti Enoteca, an Italian eatery in the heart of Little Italy.
I've been in the industry, for a while.
But nothing could have prepared him for the months-long shutdown.
Things were changing every day.
And the question became, how do we try to keep this thing going? How do we try to make sure that it survives through COVID?
Lamandri is with the Little Italy Association, a nonprofit tasked with revitalizing the urban neighborhood.
We came up with a model to say, whatever is a parking space is now going to be seating.
They hired an architect to design parklets.
So the people on this side were able to build structures. So we came up with the model.
Semi-permanent structures for outdoor seating.
I know on a Friday and Saturday night, they're all packed.
The association took these pictures during lockdown. Within months, businesses invested their own money into the parklets, reviving the area with outdoor seating.
This is unlike anything that any of us has ever dealt with. And they've been able to survive here because we have all these structures.
Without the parklet, we would only have 4 tables.
The association is working with the city to keep the structures here for the next 2 years.
Yes, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. People love being outdoors. The restaurants have to make up for lost time.
Lamandry says virtually every Little Italy business has survived and is better prepared to withstand future turbulence the industry may face.
I hate roller coasters, but that's what we've been on. I know that there's going to be a lot of loss in the next 3 to 4 years. But the United States is resilient. San Diego's resilient. Little Italy's resilient.
For The Race, I'm Amanda Brandeis reporting.
The psychology of surviving a pandemic, next.